A nation upon whom Allah had bestowed countless blessings, a people whose hardships stopped before reaching them, for whom the doors of provision opened without knocking. Allah saved them from hunger and sent down manna and salwa. Allah protected them from fear. He guarded them. Allah saved them from enemies when powerful nations were crushing the weak. All of this was Allah's special mercy. Then Allah tested them with just one trial, not of life, not of wealth, not of children. The test was very small, and patience was its true measure. They said among themselves, "We will not break Allah's command. We will just slightly twist it and gain our benefit." These words seem ordinary, but it was these very words that closed the door of Allah's mercy. This was the moment when disobedience changed its form, not open rebellion, but clever manipulation. Then one night, no announcement was made, no sign was shown, no warning was given. Suddenly Allah's decree descended. When morning came, there were screams and terror. That entire nation, who until yesterday were considered closest to Allah, who took pride in being chosen, today that nation had turned into monkeys. This is not a story. This is the incident of the people of the Sabbath, Sabbath. After Prophet Musa, a.s., a group from Bani Israel lived in a coastal town by the sea called Ayla. This place was filled with Allah's blessings. The cool sea breeze brought peace to both body and soul. The sunlight was gentle, the waves were clear, and the abundance of fish was the identity of the region. Every corner felt as if blessings had permanently settled there. They believed in Allah. They knew His commands, but within their hearts a habit lived on. They made promises and then broke them according to their convenience. Their logic was simple. What difference does breaking one promise make? We'll ask Allah for forgiveness later. Obedience on the tongue, cleverness in action, prayer too, and disobedience too. Some elders proudly said, "We are Allah's chosen people. Why are restrictions placed on us?" But in reality, this was not a restriction, it was a test. Allah, seeing their hearts, placed before them a test that would expose what was hidden inside. So only one command was given, the Sabbath restriction, meaning the restriction of Saturday. Allah said, "On Saturday, leave your trade, stop fishing, and worship me alone." The command was simple and absolutely clear, no room for interpretation. The news spread through the town. One person said, "It's just one day, we'll stop for Allah." Another laughed and said, "Let's see, even when the sea overflows with fish." That laughter was not mocking Allah, it was overconfidence in the self. And then the test revealed its true form. On the very day fishing was forbidden, the sea overflowed with fish, fish like never seen before, fresh, large, shining. It felt as if they were saying, "Come, hunt us." This was no coincidence, it was a trial. Restlessness grew within houses. Small matters turned into big arguments. There was no shortage of provision, but hearts were not at peace. And at that moment, Shaitan whispered into their hearts, "This command blocks only one path. Find another way. Twist Allah's command and gain your benefit." One man said, "What if on Saturday the fish trap themselves and we do nothing?" Another immediately said, "We'll dig canals on Friday. On Saturday the fish will get trapped, and on Sunday we'll take them out." And then the sentence was spoken that has destroyed many nations. Allah is pleased, and we are pleased too. And that is exactly what they did. They dug canals, set traps, and through clever tricks found a new way. Some elders tried to stop them. They said, Allah sees everything. This command is not about action, it is about intention. The youth laughed. They replied, we are intelligent. Look, we didn't break the command, we only found a way. They had forgotten that cleverness and sin can never be hidden from Allah. They caught many fish, but peace left their hearts, while a victorious smile remained on their faces. A smile that comes after sin, not a smile of success, but of self-deception. The righteous kept advising, stop, this is a sin. This is breaking Allah's command. It will lead you to destruction. But the sinners laughed. We're just using our brains. We didn't hunt on Saturday. To them, law meant words, not intentions. Some people stood silently, watching. They whispered, they think they are deceiving Allah, but Allah sees everything. Yet the sinner's pride kept growing. Fish or no fish, our strategy succeeded. This was the point when sin turned into pride. After seeing all this, some righteous people decided, we must separate from the disobedient, lest the punishment that befalls them also catches us. The town split into 3 groups. 1. The sinners, tricksters who considered themselves very smart. 2. The righteous, who kept warning and advising. 3. The silent ones, who neither stopped nor advised, only watched. One of them said, we are just waiting to see whether Allah's mercy stays with them. Outwardly neutral, inwardly cowardice. Then that night arrived when the door of warning was closed forever. No advice remained, only judgment. The night was like any other, soft waves, the sound of wind. People slept full and satisfied. Then a voice echoed, a voice that pierced every heart. Become despised and disgraced monkeys. Suddenly terror filled their eyes. Lips shrank, noses widened, fingers lengthened, hands turned into paws. Hair grew on bodies, breathing became rapid, screams erupted. They cried, what is happening? We are no longer human. They called out to each other, begged for help, but there was no one to hear, no one to save. The time of repentance had ended. When morning came, a strange silence filled the town. No market noise, no laughter. The news spread. Allah has turned the Sabbath breakers into monkeys. People trembled. Is it possible? Are our relatives really animals now? The monkeys gestured with their eyes, held their relatives' clothes and cried. A human said, did we not warn you of Allah's punishment? According to traditions, this punishment was so severe that they did not live more than 3 days. They neither ate nor drank. They perished in agony. The crime of the people of the Sabbath was not fishing. Their crime was manipulating Allah's law. They tried to make haram halal, hid behind words, and concealed their intentions. We do the same today. We say interest is profit, bribery is a gift, lies are marketing. We change names so our conscience stays silent. But remember, Allah does not look at words, He looks at intentions. The question is, are we today, like the people of the Sabbath, lost in our cleverness and greed, or can we still stop? Share your answer in the comments. If you watched till the end, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more such content.